Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Bitcoin Cash's price chart. And I think the last time that we talked about Bitcoin Cash, we were right in here, and the idea was that sure, having this move up can be an optimistic sign, but because this initial bounce off of the lowest low doesn't necessarily seems like an impulse, then okay, maybe we should be a bit patient and careful. And specifically, we said maybe it's best to wait a bit and see a very strong impulse out of this area, a 1 2 3 4 5. And if we take this important height, that I guess can be your first initial optimistic sign. So what happened? We are not having, as you can see, a very strong move on the upside now, nor even in this phase on the upside we took this important high. So again, I stand by what I said. I think we need to be a bit patient in Bitcoin Cash, and I'm not really sure if you like classic patterns, but if you do, well, okay, I guess this might be a beautiful head and shoulder structure for you. However, pay attention, this is not confirmed yet. When will it get confirmed? When we get a break of our neckline right in here, and by breaking it, I don't just mean that having, for example, a candle close under the line. No, I mean we go under it, do a pullback, and then a continuation of the move down in order to take this important low. And at that point, well, okay, what's going to be the target for this pattern? You need to measure the height of it from here to about this point and put this thing at your breaking point. There we go. This is giving you about like a $570 Bitcoin Cash, meaning what? We are probably going to, in the coming phase down, assuming that we are going to confirm this pattern, take the lowest low down here about $575. And I want to be very clear, that is not going to be a bad sign at all. Okay, it's very important to understand that. I think from here to about the highs, we are most likely having a 1 2 3 4 5 wave up. And well, after a 5 wave, what are we going to have? Normally a correction structure down if we are bullish. So as long as I'm not proven otherwise, I'm gonna say any kind of move down in BCH, as long as it is kind of slow and choppy, should be interpreted as a corrective movement in order to gather the power for the next huge move on the upside. So you see, overall, we are looking good. Do not worry about it. But in the short term, I think all eyes need to be on this important head and shoulder structure. And finally, let's check out indicators and see what is going on, because there's actually a very, very important point in here. You see, you can say maybe instead of having a head and shoulder, we are having in this area a beautiful ascending channel. You know what? That's actually also fair enough. But here's the situation. This pattern by itself is not necessarily optimistic. When can we say, you know what, maybe we are going to get a continuation of the move up? When we actually get a break of the channel on the upside, do a pullback, and then get a continuation. And can you have an early bullish sign suggesting maybe something like this is going to happen? I think based on indicators, probably yes. You see, in H1 time frame, what do you have? On the live chart, we are having a high, the other one is a higher high. However, in MACD, this is a high, the other one is a lower high. So this is a beautiful looking bearish divergence, which by itself is actually a negative sign suggesting, you know what, maybe we are headed lower. However, in case that we see a move up in Bitcoin Cash, and in that phase, we manage to get a solid break of the divergence line right in here. Okay, at that point, two things are going to happen. Number one, the divergence itself is going to get invalidated. And number two, well, as a result of that, we are probably going to see some sharp moves on the upside. And then you can argue, you know what, this head and shoulder is not really going to do the job. So for now, all eyes on this bearish divergence in the short term. And as long as we are not breaking it, I think we should count on a decent move down in the short term. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in BCH. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Good.